Boo. Hey everyone, welcome back to She's in Her Element. If you're wondering what this thing is, this is something super fun that I am totally stoked to show you guys. It is awful weather here in the Northeast. It has been snow and rain. We had an ice storm today. It's disgusting outside. I am soaking wet, putting the animals to bed. I need a little bit of spring in my life. And what better way to accomplish that than with an indoor herb garden? This is going to be fun. So first thing first, these are the stackable containers that you get from the Dollar Tree. $1 each, and you can stack them as high or as low as you want. Now, I don't think these are terribly stable for outdoors with all the wind and stuff that could come, but I could see it working if you put a weight in the center, whether that's a big rock, maybe it's a half of a brick. If you weighted the center of them, then they should be able to stay stacked without tipping over outside. But mine are going inside. I actually have an amazing spot near my slider that gets beautiful, beautiful sun, and that's the perfect spot for my plants to go. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I need this spring feeling in my life. It's so dreary and cold here, I can't stand it. So there's a few things I want to show you. So I grabbed this amazing organic, it's all organic and it's natural compost. And I really like this because it has lobster and crab in it from the coast of Maine. And this particular one is supposed to be really, really good for vegetables, for herbs, for flowers. It's expensive, but it's something that I want in there. I want to have good compost, good soil to start with. My compost pile is not going to be ready until hopefully this spring. So for now, I have to get this. I'm going to mix some of this up with some simple potting soil. This is Dollar Tree potting soil I want to try. I do have bags upon bags upon bags of other types of really good potting soil, but I'm going to give this a whirl. I'm going to mix this with the compost and I'm going to use it inside of our stackables. And these, how exciting. We have some oregano, some extra curly dwarf parsley, some basil, some rosemary. We'll do some chives, some mammoth dill, and some thyme. And the way that I'm going to do it is I'm going to give each one of these their own seeds. So it'll be 3 spots of parsley, 3 spots of thyme, 3 of oregano, so on and so forth. And that's how I'm going to have my indoor herb garden. I'm going to use this all year round, and honestly, why I've never done this before now is completely beyond me. So, alright, first thing first, I've got my garden gloves on. Yes, I am doing this in my dining room, which is fine by me because it is yucky, yucky outside. And I'm going to be using the granddaughter's gardening tools, so hey, I bought them. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to get our soil into here. Not impressed at all with this potting soil from Dollar Tree. I honestly wasn't expecting to be impressed by it, but I was kind of expecting a little bit better. So what I have is a very small layer. I'm going to go in and break up all these clumps because there is a lot. There is a lot of sticks. There are a lot of rocks in here. It's pretty craptastic soil, I'll tell you that. Never again. We'll go to our old soil. But hey, for $1, I had to try it. Let's put that there. And now what we're going to do is we are going to come in with some of our Coast of Maine, and you can totally see the difference. This is a much better quality. Oh, that's way better. I like this. And I could straight up use this and not add any of the other stuff to it. I read the bag to see exactly how you're supposed to do it, what's the best way to do it, and this is it. Let's get a little bit more. Thank goodness I didn't vacuum my living room yet. I'd be mad. There we have it. All right, we've got one filled. It's not too deep. It goes up to the to the top line in our buckets. And now we're gonna get some herbs in there. All right, so the first one we're gonna do is thyme. And with these, we're only gonna plant on the 3 points. You don't plant in the middle because they'll be stacked upon them and that just will be bad. Well, they might spread to there and that's fine. And I did take my gloves off for this because these seeds are so tiny. So, what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna make a few little holes. I'm spacing them a few inches apart. I'm going to put 4 into each spot. And now I'm going to show you these seeds because they really are so tiny. Those are thyme seeds. And I can't necessarily count them out. They're like the size of fleas. So what I'm just going to attempt to do is put a few in each hole. We'll see how that goes. Thinking it might actually be better if I literally just try to shake a few in to the holes. Oh yeah, that's much better. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back over the top with just a little bit more soil. Cover that up nicely. Tap it down a bit. And this one is done. But how are we going to know which is which? Very easy, and it involves a clothespin. So we take our clothespin, and I'm literally going to write on this thyme. Simple. Actually, it's going to have to be popped over here because they stack. So I've got my thyme one done, and I'm also going to save my packet and just keep them so I know exactly when is harvest. And I guess this one I believe is 80 days, it said. Let's see. Yep. But there you have it. The thyme is done. Let's move on to another one. Now for this one, we're going to do some dill. I love dill. Use it quite a bit. These seeds are a little bit better, as you can see. They're a little bit bigger than the thyme were. Those were so tiny. So these are a little bit better, easier to work with. Let's get those in there. And I'm going to use my pencil again, and I'm going to make some holes. And now, because these are bigger, this should be a little bit better dropping them in. So we're just going to drop a few of these seeds into each hole. This is way better. I can totally see these and where they are. I have no idea how many seeds got in the holes for the thyme. And now, again, we're going to take a little bit more of our great organic Coast of Maine soil. Put some more on top, cover our holes up, good. And give that a nice tap down. Now I am going to water everything, but I'm going to water it all together. And another thing I'd like to point out with these, there are no holes in the bottom. You can absolutely drill holes in the bottom if this was going outside, but because mine are staying inside, I actually don't want the holes, so I'm good with that. And now I just need to take another clothespin, and we're going to mark this one dill. And now I actually have more seeds left in this seed packet, which is great. So we're definitely going to save those. And depending on how good this goes, we might also have an outdoor permanent herb garden for the summertime. So here's another one done. And they stack so easy. There actually is some good weight on there. Let's take our goofy little stickers off. There's some very good weight on there. Something like this might actually stay outside if you had enough of them on there, but again, I'd be a little nervous trying that. I do not recommend this potting soil for anyone, and the old adage, you get what you pay for, certainly shows in here. Yes, I did take my gloves off. It's all good. Again, just going to bust up any big lumps. And this is really good compost. And it smells like the coast of Maine. It really does. And I know this because my in-laws live on the coast of Maine in Steuben. Let's see. We're going to do chives next. And the chives one is going to be on the top of our tower because these will grow the tallest out of it. So this one will be for our top. Let's get our holes in there. This is my first attempt for an indoor herb garden. I have actually grown herbs outside many, many, many years ago. Oh goodness, here we go again. Chives are very tiny. Alright, I gotta pay attention here. Drop a few, drop a few, drop a few, drop a few. Just enough. Another clothespin. Chives. This goes like really quick. And again, just gonna make our holes. Let's see. Let's do some rosemary. That's another good one. Please let these seeds be bigger. Nope. Rosemary seeds are very tiny as well. So what I'm actually going to do is take all the seeds out so I know how many I have. That's it. And we're just going to put a few in each hole. Then we'll add a bit more of this beautiful compost mixture. I am so excited for my own compost to be ready for me next year. Can't wait to see how that came out. I have added so much of my chicken poo and so much of like my kitchen waste and eggshells. I even gave up some eggshells for it. I put some meat in there. I tried everything. All right. Another clothespin, and this was rosemary. Oh my goodness, there's a mess here that you can't even see. And we are not wasting any of this. This is all very good compost, so yeah. This is just moving right along. I wanted Ryder and Rosie to help me with this today, but Ryder's birthday was yesterday, and my little man is 7 years old. Holy mackerel, I can't believe it. So we took him shopping, and he was just very, very busy today with his Nintendo Switch and his new games. And then, of course, Rosie needed something. So I thought she was going to get a Cocoa Melon, and she ended up going for another Baby Yoda and some egg thing. It's not the LOL thing. It's something different that you open, and there was like 4 different things in there, and it was a waste of money, but she liked it. That's all that matters. So let's add some more of this craptastic potting soil to it. I mean, if this is all that you had to work with, then, and this is what was in your budget, you can make it work. I do not like this. Not one bit. But I'm going to use a base of it in every single one. So, we'll see. Just want to use it up, get my $2 worth. It's just not It doesn't even smell like good quality dirt. It really doesn't. And I know that sounds silly, but it just doesn't smell good. This compost smells positively amazing. This is like my new favorite, I think. And the fact that it's approved for all organic growers makes me even more happy, because I'm all about the organic. All right. I'm gonna need another manicure. Yuck. I don't have time to give myself one. I still have gift certificates to use up though for the nail place that I've had, and I'm going on a year, so I need to use them before they expire. All right, 4 more holes in each extension, if you will. You can come in, babe. My husband's always afraid when he sees this on. He doesn't want to disturb me. He looks like a drowned rat today. I feel so bad for him. All right, let's do basil. Let's see how big these seeds are. Ugh. Ah! Here we go again. How do they expect us to work with such tiny, tiny seeds? All right, let's see if we can do this. Is it still sleeting and raining outside?
Yes, it's nasty.
Awful. Awful, awful out there. Like, good thing we don't have to go anywhere. We've already made our trips to the store. This is the kind of weather you do not want to go out in. Having a flash freeze. It's literally raining and sleeting. And we just got rid of all that snow. You know, that 87 feet of snow that was just dumped on us with the blizzard. We just got rid of. And now it's all ice. We found our pool and it's buried underwater in slush. That's no good. All right. Another clothespin. This one's gonna be basil. Who smashed up that truck?
One of the workers.
I told you my husband has an auto body shop and we have some really good customers. We are almost done putting together our little indoor herb garden. Again, 4 holes. 2, 3, 4. I was binge watching one of my favorite YouTubers today, and that is Lisa Bass from Farmhouse on Boone. If you don't follow her, follow her. I really, really like her. She's just an amazing woman. All right, oregano. Oh my gosh, these are even smaller. Look at this. That is seriously tiny seeds. So, all right, let's get them all in my hand and figure this out. It helps when you do the sound effects. Just helps you get it all in there nice. Nails come in handy for getting these out of the lines on my hands. All right. Get some of this delicious compost on the top. And by delicious, I mean delicious for the plant, not for me. tap that down. All right, that was oregano. Another clothespin. And we're on the home stretch. There's literally one more pot to be done. I did not have enough of that craptastic Dollar Tree soil to put on the bottom, which is fine. So this one is going to be mainly compost. Yeah, so I was watching Lisa and she was doing sourdough. And I think I really want to try that. She makes it look so easy. Last, parsley. Want to take bets now on what size these seeds are? Well, that's not too bad. A little bit bigger. Still not a whole lot bigger, but a little bit bigger. Now the seeds that I'm using are not Dollar Tree seeds. I actually have some burpees, and some of them are actually USDA completely organic, so I really like that. Makes me happy. Now with the parsley, there's a bunch left of that, so I'm definitely going to keep that one as well. Now we're just going to cover the extensions up with a nice layer of compost. Maybe this is too much compost for them. I don't know. We'll find out, won't we? And our last clothespin shall say parsley. Alright, I've got all 7 of my stackable containers ready, and we're actually going to go into the family room where I'm going to put them and get them all set up after I wash my filthy little hands. I don't know about a green thumb, but I certainly have a black one. Be back in a minute. Alright, and this is the spot next to my slider that gets amazing sun during the day, and where I think is the best spot for my herb garden. This is the maple antique bar cart that I got off of, hi Tiger, off of Facebook Marketplace, and I think I paid $26 for it, and I will be redoing it. But this is going to be where its home is going to be, and I want to use it as a plant stand for my plants and whatnot. But here's the tower. It's actually relatively sturdy. I'm actually very surprised with that. This might actually work outside even without a weight in the middle of it. As long as this one stays out of it, we'll have to wait and see. He is Mr. Mischief, little tiger. So, that's it. How easy is that for an indoor herb garden? And each level is its own herb, which I think is fabulous, because this will be used all year long. Now, before we finish with this video, I actually want to show you outside so you can see what it's doing here. It's awful. So can you guys see that? It's kind of a mixture of snow, and there's some sleet and ice pieces coming down. We did find our pool, which is now buried under ice and water and slush. And that, although it looks like snow, it's not. That's ice. The whole world is ice right now. So this is why I needed a little bit of an indoor herb garden in my day. Oh, and that's my rooster I made with my Cricut machine. It's the first thing I made, and I put it on my door because people do walk into it. So I'm very proud of Mr. Rooster. So again, thank you for joining me today as we put together a simple, easy, quick indoor herb garden. You can't beat the price, $1 a piece for those stackable pots at Dollar Tree. And my herbs came from, did not order from a seed store this year. I think I got them at Lowe's. They are burpees. Like I said, some of them are organic, some are not. But this will just be so nice to have all of those herbs in the house for me whenever I want while I'm cooking. It just doesn't get any fresher than that. So, you happy, boy? Stay out of my plants. Stay out of those pots. Again, thank you so much for being with me today. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe. You're not going to want to miss any of the good stuff, and there's plenty of good stuff coming up. But thanks again for spending this evening with me, and I will see you guys on Sunday for Prep With Me Sunday. I'm very excited for that again. So, thanks so much. Have a great evening.